Shalom. All praise to the Most High Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and salutations. Your brother Fleck wishing his word of truth and sincerity. I got an article here, and it's this kind of going into inflation, okay? And it says that just to let you see the lies in which they're trying to tell the people in order to keep the people calm or keep the people from, uprising, all those different things. All right. But it says U.S. inflation slowed last month for the first time since August. And I'm going to tell you why I say they're lying. Because they saying that it's slowed down, but actually it's really getting worse. All right. And it's prophesied to get worse. I mean, it's in the scriptures. It is what it is. Like, they're going to keep telling us that, oh, this is getting better. We're going to, slowly but surely, we're going to get back to normal. We're making all these decisions, doing all these different things so that we can get back to pre-demic age, but that's not happening. That's not happening. That's why we said when 2020 hit and the demic hit hard, we had already said that this is, as they say, the new normal. There is no going back to the way things were. All right, they can act like they are, but they're really not. All right. But it says U.S. inflation slowed last month for the first time since August. And it says U.S. inflation took a breather last month for the first time since August. Prices still increased, but at a slower pace than in previous months. All right. And one thing I always bring out is when it comes to inflation and prices, the prices of goods and services, they only go up. They never go down. Okay. Now they can play with the gas prices and things like that, but I'm talking about the prices in your food in your stores, such as your food, your water, your essential things that you need. Those prices will constantly go up. They won't ever go down. As a matter of fact, just a perfect example, if you were to go back to the 1920s, have any prices on anything ever reverted back to that? Can you pay a quarter for a gallon of milk? How long has it been since you paid 5 cents, 10 cents for something? How long has it been since you can go to the grocery store and spend $50 and get 100 plus items? You know what I'm saying? That's not going to happen. It hasn't happened, and it's not going to happen. It's only going to get worse. All right. Remember, it only goes up. Okay. Prices of goods only go up. Economy only goes down. Why? Because they've peaked. America, Babylon the Great has peaked. This kingdom here has reached its peak, and it's been on the decline. But now, you know how when you're coming downhill, you start out slow, but the further you go down here, you pick up more and more speed. That's why things are speeding up too. Okay, aside from Yahweh Shem Shai shortening the days and working on the minds of these leaders and these people to do things to really mess up their economy, we're coming to the end of this thing. We're about to come to the bottom. All right, but it says the consumer price index was up 8.3% in the 12 months ended in April. The Bureau of Labor Statistics reported Wednesday, slightly higher than economists had predicted. It was a decrease from the 8.5 recorded in March, which had been the highest level in more than 40 years. And if you notice, they're not just with inflation, but with natural disasters, all kind of things going on the earth, they're setting records. They're setting records. The Lord said it's going to be a time that the earth has never seen before. Nor in the past, basically at any time, hey, you best believe it's finna be record-breaking time. All right. Stripping out more volatile product categories like food and energy, the CPI stood at 6.2% over the same period. For April alone, prices increased 0.3%, adjusted for seasonal swings, less than the 1.2% jump recorded in March. Without food and energy prices, core inflation rose 0.6%, more than 0.3% advance in the prior month. Oh, that's another thing, the energy prices. Okay, they're gonna start charging us more for using, for essentials, electricity, the power. Why do you think there's such a big deal about the power grid going out, cyber attacks, all these different things? Because they are going to begin to charge more for the use of energy. Okay, everything is going up. Not just one thing, not just gas prices, not just food, not just services, not just power. Everything is all going up. Okay. Wednesday's data suggests that the inflation peak is behind us. Okay, so they believe that the peak, the pivotal point, the apex, the top part, the highest point is behind us. So now we should be able to descend and begin to lower prices based on what they say, or so they say. Okay, just as economists, the Federal Reserve, the White House, and the American people hoped. But there is still a lot of factors that will keep prices elevated over the summer. The war in Ukraine has put pressure on energy and food prices. Meanwhile, renewed sea-related lockdowns in China threaten to exacerbate the supply chain issues that the world has been struggling with over the past year. That means it's uncertain how much the pace of inflation can slow down until these things are resolved. Now, if you notice, it says until these things are resolved. But guess what? These things won't be resolved. Okay? So it's not going to happen. It's only going to get worse and worse. It's only going to progress in the negative. Okay? It's only going to go down. All right? And before I bring this out, I just stumbled across this. I'm gonna read through this here. Now I haven't let's see. Yeah, I haven't read through this article here, so hey, just bear with me. I'm gonna read through this one here because I'm just seeing this too. It says gas prices just hit a new record high, and they're heading even higher. Now, the last one just said that inflation is slowed. Okay? But this says, hey, the gas prices are going to get even higher. And guess what? If the gas prices continue to go up, goods are going to continue to go up. Energy is going to continue to go up. Everything everything actually connects. Okay? They even blamed on the war in Russia and Ukraine. That affects us. The lockdowns in China. I remember there was a video where they said that if they let them out of lockdown, because right now, because they're on lockdown, they're not consuming as much gas. Okay, so by them not consuming as much gas, the demand is low at this point. But when the demand rises, the price is gonna rise too. Okay, so in turns, they basically said that will affect us over here too. So this is why it's a global economy. They're all interconnected. Okay, so what goes on in China, what goes on in Russia, what goes on in Ukraine, what goes on in the Middle East, what goes on in the UK, what goes on in Australia. All these things affect everyone. All these things affect us. Okay, on a major scale. All right. But it says a gallon of gas now costs a record high of $4.37 on average in the United States, and that is the average, because I can say even around here, the cheapest you'll really find is about $3.99, but still it's $4. Okay, so on average you're hovering around $4 and $4.30, $4.20, somewhere up in there. As far as the average around here. Now that's just around here. Now we're in the Louisiana, the southern states where it's a little cheaper. Okay, now you got out in the West Coast and the New England area, you know, and New York and them, they're, you know, around $5 and $6 a gallon. You know what I'm saying? So hey, just think about it. Look, I can remember when I was young, when I was a child, you know what I'm saying, back in the day, gas being 99 cents, 108, you know, 89 cents, stuff like that. Now, hey, it's over with. Them days is over with. Okay? Now, it says, and that record probably won't stand for long. So that means it's going to get worse. It's going to get even higher. With the summer driving season right around the corner, experts expect prices will rise even further over the next few months. Because remember this too, they generally raise prices during what they call the travel seasons or the travel times. You know, such as holidays. You know, we got Memorial Day weekend coming up. We got 4th of July coming up. You know, summer vacations, kids out of school, you know, people going vacation in different places. All these things are going to occur. And so thus, hey, this is the time where they raise prices. Okay. It's about making money too. It says with the summer driving season, that's why I said vacations and all that stuff. The summer driving season right around the corner, experts expect prices will rise even further over the next few months. The average price for a gallon of regular gasoline in the United States climbed roughly 5 cents overnight and are up 17 cents over last week. Now remember, when this stuff with Russia and Ukraine, when this the Russian-Ukraine thing broke off, we literally watched gas go up a full $1 over the span of 4 weeks. A full $1. Alright? So they let you know, hey, they can manipulate it. They could do whatever they want to with it when they really want it. Alright? It says, the latest bump in costs at the pump brings gas prices above their previous record of $4.33 a gallon in March. So they just set that record in March, and they're about to break that record. Okay? There's little, if any, good news about fuel prices headed in the summer. Let's see. Looking for ways to save money right now. I don't really care for that. Here's some. Some states are seeing gas that's far more expensive than the national average. In California, a gallon of regular gas costs $5.84 on average. In Nevada, gas costs an average of $5.12. In a Monday release, AAA reported that Michigan and New Jersey saw the biggest increase in gas prices over the prior 7 days, up 26 cents and 25 cents. Respectively, average gas prices also rose 19 cents apiece over the same week in Connecticut, Kentucky, Indiana, and Rhode Island. It says, while the current prices are extremely high by historical standards, gas is not yet the most expensive they've ever been after accounting for inflation. Prices peaked at $4.11 in the summer of 2008, according to the data from the U.S. Energy Information. In 2022, that's about $5.38. Okay. So you see how much a band. Look at that. It says in 2022 dollars, that's about $5.38. Okay. So that's roughly a little over $1.25 just to account for how much the dollar has depreciated from 2008 to 2022. Man, hey, let me get that. That's something good there. Let's see. Talking about loans. Let's see what this says. Why are gas prices rising again? The price increases are largely being driven by rising crude oil prices in the aftermath of Russia's invasion of Ukraine earlier this year. Now, this is the other thing too. We don't even get that much oil from them anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe, So that's another thing. This is how another way you can tell that it's manufactured. Drivers saw some relief in April when prices fell slightly from their record-setting highs in March, as the price of crude oil fell from $120 per barrel to $100. But now crude oil prices are ticking up again and approaching $110 per barrel. With the cost of oil accounting for more than half of the pump price, more expensive oil means more expensive gasoline. Okay. Let's see. Okay. That's about it on that. Okay. I got a video that I'm gonna put in. I'll scratch that. No, I'm not. I'm not gonna put that video in. I'll do something separate with that. Okay. Let's get to some of these scriptures. This is Jeremiah chapter 51, and I'm gonna start at verse 7. Babylon hath been a golden cup in the Lord's hand, that made all the earth drunken. Everybody is intertwined with Babylon the Great. Everybody feeds and eats off this place. Okay, the nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad. Okay, they caught up in the bullshit that Babylon Great put out. Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. Howl for her, take balm for her pain, if so she may be healed. We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her and let us go everyone into his own country, for a judgment reacheth unto heaven and is lifted up even to the skies. Okay, so that's when the Babylon this place is actually falling. But you see, they're trying to heal the economy. You know, they tried with the stimulus checks. They trying with curbing or trying to take hold of inflation prices. Nothing that they do is going to heal this place, because at the end of the day, Yahweh Shemashah has total control over the minds of this people. Okay, right now they want to crash this economy and begin anew. Okay, NWO, that NWO. Okay, with a digital means. All right, with that charagma based on that. Okay, so no amount of patching up, trying to keep this, flatten this, all it ain't gonna work. The bomb is not gonna work. All right. This is Revelation chapter 14, verse 8. And it says, and there followed another angel saying, Babylon is fallen, that great city. Okay, this is a great city, a city that dwells in carelessness, is unwalled. Okay, because she made all nations drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication. They go out throughout the earth trying to establish their democracy, their philosophies, their freedoms, as they say, their liberation, as they say. All right. And the nations are mad. Okay, because they've eaten of it. They've taken part in it. And by them eating of it and taking part in it, they got messed over. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 15, verse 46. And thou, Asia, that art partaker of the hope of Babylon, and art the glory of her person. Okay, that's these China, Japan, all those nations over there. Okay, they depend off this place. Okay, we're a huge consumer of their products. Okay, woe be unto thee, thou wretch, because thou hast made thyself like unto her, and hast decked thy daughters in whoredom, that they might please and glory in thy lovers, which have always desired to commit whoredom with thee. Thou hast followed her that is hated in all her works, and Babylon the Great is hated. Okay, and the inventions, therefore saith the Lord, saith God, I will send plagues upon thee. Okay, this is upon them. This is upon Babylon too. I will send plagues upon thee: widowhood, poverty, famine, sword, pestilence, to waste thy houses and with destruction and death. That's what this place has coming. Famine, poverty, the sword, pestilence. Okay. This is why I said we're seeing an uptick in natural disasters. More hurricanes, more tornadoes. Not only more, but more devastating ones. Okay. Wildfires, tsunamis, earthquakes, all kind of different things. And the glory of thy power shall be dried up as a flower. The heat shall arise that is sent over thee. Thou shalt be weakened as a poor woman with stripes, and as one chastised with wounds, so that the mighty and lover shall not be able to receive thee. That's what is to come to this place. Everything's going to be dried up. Everything's going to be taken from it. And there's going to be, in the end, nothing left but the dust and the smell of smoke. All right. This Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 3. In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease, because they are few. Okay, no jobs. Or if they got jobs, no people to work the jobs. Okay. And those that look out of the windows be darkened. Okay. The bleak future of this place. Nothing good is to come here. All right. But this is just a lesson. I want to bring out that article. About the inflation being slowed. And so this lesson here is inflation slowed, or so they say. All right. So call all y'all Bashim Al Shah Bashim Dash. I hope you're edified. Hope we see you back with another lesson. Shalom.